God will fight for you. Hey you. Yes you. Before you scroll away, pause for a moment. Because this is for you. I know the battle is heavy. I know the weight is real. You've been holding it together while silently falling apart inside. But God wants you to know something today. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. And you are not without help. He says to you, I will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14, verse 14. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to keep pretending to be strong. Let go of the fear. Let go of the panic. He's already stepped into the battlefield on your behalf. When you walk through deep waters, I'll be right there with you. Isaiah 43, verse 2. Those overwhelming moments, he's already in the middle of them. He's the fourth man in the fire, the calm in your storm. Even when you're weak, I'll give you strength. Isaiah 40, verse 29. You may feel like giving up, but he hasn't given up on you, and he never will. Don't be afraid. I am with you. I will hold you steady and help you. Isaiah 41, verse 10. You're not walking alone. You're being held by hands that never tremble. You're protected by a love that never fails. Though the enemy comes against you, I will raise a standard to protect you. Isaiah 59, verse 19. There's a shield around you, even when you can't see it, even when you feel vulnerable. No weapon formed against you will succeed. Isaiah 54, verse 17. Attacks may come, but they won't win. God has the final word, and he's already declared victory over you. I go before you and make the crooked paths straight. Isaiah 45, verse 2. He's clearing the way, making a road where there was none. He's not just beside you, he's ahead of you, working it out before you arrive. Be strong. Be brave. I will never leave you. Deuteronomy 31, verse 6. Even in your weakest hour, even in the quiet tears no one else sees, he is constant. He is faithful. I will deliver you because you call on my name. Psalm 91, verse 15. Every whispered prayer matters. Every cry in the night reaches heaven. I am your refuge and your fortress. You can trust me. Psalm 91, verse 2. Run to him. Collapse in his arms if you need to. He is safe. He is strong. He is sure. Though 1,000 fall beside you, it will not come near you. Psalm 91, verse 7. You are covered, marked, protected. What takes others down will pass over you. I surround you with favor like a shield. Psalm 5, verse 12. You're not walking empty. You're walking wrapped in divine favor. When you're crushed in spirit, I come close. Psalm 34, verse 18. Your brokenness doesn't push him away. It draws him in closer. I will strengthen you and help you stand. Psalm 41, verse 3. Even if life knocked you down, you won't stay there, because he's lifting you again. I'll give you peace that this world cannot understand. John 14, verse 27. It may not make sense to others, but in the middle of the chaos, you'll feel peace settle into your soul. Come to me when you're weary. I'll give you rest. Matthew 11, verse 28. You don't need to run faster. You need to run to him. I'm working all things together for your good. Romans 8, verse 28. Even the disappointments, even the delays, he's not wasting any of it. You are more than a conqueror through me. Romans 8, verse 37. You were never meant to just survive. You were made to overcome. If I am for you, who can stand against you? Romans 8, verse 31. God is for you. He's on your side. And no one, no situation, can stand against the one who stands for you. I will never leave you. Not now. Not ever. Hebrews 13, verse 5. So take a deep breath. Let the fear fall away. Because the God of heaven is fighting for you. Right here. Right now. Sometimes it feels like the battle will never end. Like you're climbing uphill with no strength left. But even then, God is still with you. He hasn't left your side. He hasn't stopped working. And he hasn't changed his mind about you. I am your strength when your heart feels faint. Psalm 73, verse 26. He knows the limits of your body. He understands the heaviness in your spirit. And even when you feel like you have nothing left, he becomes your everything. I will uphold you with my righteous hand. Isaiah 41, verse 10. You're not standing on your own. The hand that holds the universe is holding you right now. I will be a shield around you, and my glory will lift your head. Psalm 3, verse 3. Lift your eyes. Your story isn't over. God is not finished with you. I am your light in the darkness and your salvation in times of fear. Psalm 27, verse 1. No night is too dark for his light to break through. No fear is too loud for his peace to quiet. Even if your mother or father abandon you, I never will. Psalm 27 verse 10. When people fail you, he remains faithful. When others walk away, God stays close. I will lead you beside still waters and restore your soul. Psalm 23 verses 2 to 3. You don't have to force your healing. God is gently leading you to peace. Though you walk through the valley, I am with you. Psalm 23 verse 4. Not a single valley has caught him by surprise. He walks with you in every shadow. Goodness and mercy will follow you all your life. Psalm 23 verse 6. What's chasing you isn't failure. It's God's goodness running after your heart. You can lie down and sleep in peace because I keep you safe. Psalm 4 verse 8. You don't need to fear the night. You are watched over, guarded, and surrounded. When you call out to me, I answer you and strengthen your soul. Psalm 138 verse 3. You're never calling into empty space. Every prayer reaches him, and every word stirs his heart. I am near to all who call on me in truth. Psalm 145 verse 18. Even your broken cries matter. Even your softest whisper is heard. I will cover you with my wings, and under my arms you'll find refuge. Psalm 91 verse 4. You're not exposed. You are tucked into the safest place, the heart of God. I will not allow the fire to consume you or the flood to drown you. Isaiah 43 verse 2. Yes, it's been hard. Yes, it's felt like too much. But it will not destroy you, because he is holding you through it. I carry you from birth, and I will carry you even when your hair is gray. Isaiah 46 verse 4. God hasn't just visited your pain. He's been carrying you your whole life. I have written your name on the palms of my hands. Isaiah 49 verse 16. He doesn't just remember you. You are engraved into his heart forever. I will quiet your fears with my love and rejoice over you with singing. Zephaniah 3 verse 17. You are not just tolerated. You are treasured. God sings over you with joy. In your time of trouble, I am a stronghold and a hiding place. Nahum 1 verse 7. When everything around you shakes, he stays unshaken. You don't need to be anxious about anything. I'll give you peace beyond understanding. Philippians 4 verses 6 to 7. Not the world's peace, but God's deep, still, unshakable peace. My grace is enough for you. My power works best in your weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. Your weakness isn't your disqualification. It's where God's power shines brightest. The one who started this good work in you will carry it to completion. Philippians 1 verse 6. He's not done with you yet. You're still in the middle of a masterpiece. God is fighting for you, not just in the big battles, but in the small, silent ones too. He's fighting for your heart, your mind, your peace, and your future. Sometimes it feels like no one understands what you're going through, like your heart is breaking in ways you can't put into words. But God understands, and he's not looking away. He kneels beside you in your pain. He holds you when the tears won't stop, and he whispers, I'm still fighting for you. I am your ever-present help in trouble. Psalm 46 verse 1. You're not facing this alone. He is right there, in the middle of it. Be still, and know that I am God. Psalm 46 verse 10. You don't have to fix it all. You don't have to force the outcome. You just have to trust him with what's too heavy for you. I lift you out of the pit and set your feet on solid ground. Psalm 40 verse 2. You may feel stuck, but he's already reaching down to pull you back up. I turn your mourning into dancing and your sorrow into joy. Psalm 30 verse 11. This pain won't last forever. Joy is on its way. I heal the brokenhearted and bind up their wounds. Psalm 147 verse 3. Even the wounds you've hidden, he sees them, and he knows how to heal them. I give strength to the weary and increase power to the weak. Isaiah 40 verse 29. You're not a burden. You're not too much. You're the reason he came running. I will renew your strength like the eagle. Isaiah 40 verse 31. You won't stay worn down. You're about to rise again. The battle belongs to me, not you. 2 Chronicles 20 verse 15. So stop trying to carry what only God can win. Trust in me with all your heart, and don't lean on your own understanding. Proverbs 3 verse 5. Even when it doesn't make sense, even when the pieces don't fit, you can still trust him. I will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3 verse 6. You don't need to know every step. He'll guide you one day at a time. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. Proverbs 18 verse 10. When you need safety, run to him. He will never turn you away. Those who hope in me will never be put to shame. Isaiah 49 verse 23. You won't be disappointed for trusting God. Even if it takes time, his promises will not fail. I rescue those who love me and protect those who trust in my name. Psalm 91 verse 14. Your love for him is not unnoticed. Your faith is not wasted. Cast your cares on me, and I will sustain you. Psalm 55 verse 22. You don't have to hold it all. You were never meant to. My power will rest on you when you are weak. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. So if you feel weak, you're right where grace begins. Call to me, and I will answer you, and show you great and mighty things. Jeremiah 33 verse 3. God still responds to desperate prayers. He still opens doors no one else can open. I know the plans I have for you, to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Your life isn't off track. God still has a plan, and it's a good one. I will give you beauty for ashes and joy instead of mourning. Isaiah 61 verse 3. He's not done writing your story, and it won't end in sorrow. I am the Lord who goes with you to fight for you and give you victory. Deuteronomy 20 verse 4. Victory is not up to you. It's already been declared over you. I won't let your foot slip. I watch over you day and night. Psalm 121 verses 3 to 4. Even while you sleep, he's still protecting you. You don't have to be strong every day. You just have to stay close to the one who is. God is still fighting for you. In the stress, the silence, the tears, and the unknowns, he has not left your side. Not for a second. There are moments you may wonder if anything is really changing. You've prayed, you've waited, and you've held on. But you're tired. God sees that. And he's not just watching, he's working. Though you sow in tears, you will reap with joy. Psalm 126 verse 5. Your weeping won't last forever. There's a harvest of joy on the way. I am near to the brokenhearted and save those crushed in spirit. Psalm 34 verse 18. When your heart is in pieces, his hands are there, holding you, healing you. I will carry you and rescue you. Isaiah 46 verse 4. You don't have to drag yourself through this season. He is carrying you, even when you feel like you're not moving. Wait for me. Be strong. Take heart. I will come through. Psalm 27 verse 14. Waiting isn't weakness. It's faith in motion, and God honors it. I have not forgotten you. Isaiah 44 verse 21. Even when the silence stretches long, you are not lost in the crowd. You are remembered. You are mine. I have called you by name. Isaiah 43 verse 1. You belong to the King of Heaven. He knows your story personally. I will protect you wherever you go. Genesis 28 verse 15. Whether you're stepping into something new or walking through familiar pain, he's with you. I will never abandon you. Joshua 1 verse 5. Not in the middle, not at the end. Never. You will not be shaken, because I am always at your right hand. Psalm 16 verse 8. You may bend, but you will not break. God is holding you steady. I am the lifter of your head. Psalm 3 verse 3. Look up. He's not finished. There's still hope. The righteous cry out, and I deliver them from all their troubles. Psalm 34 verse 17. Not some of the trouble, all of it. He's faithful every single time. I will be your peace in the middle of the storm. Mark 4 verse 39. He doesn't just calm the sea. He calms your soul. I know every tear you've cried. I keep them all. Psalm 56 verse 8. Nothing you've felt is wasted. He holds your pain with care. I am your hiding place. I protect you from trouble. Psalm 32 verse 7. You don't have to run from the fear. You can run to God. I will teach you the way you should go and watch over your path. Psalm 32 verse 8. You're not wandering. You're being led. My words will not return void. They will accomplish what I sent them to do. Isaiah 55 verse 11. If he spoke it over you, it will happen. I don't grow tired or weary. I give power to the faint. Isaiah 40 verses 28 to 29. When your strength ends, his just begins. I am the anchor for your soul, firm and secure. Hebrews 6 verse 19. When everything else shakes, he is your still place. I will restore what was lost and repay what was stolen. Joel 2 verse 25. You haven't seen the end of the story. Restoration is coming. I go before you, and I will never leave you. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. God is ahead of you. He's already in the place you're afraid to go. You don't have to do this perfectly. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to be willing to let him fight for you. He's never lost a battle. And he's not about to start now, with you. You've made it this far. And maybe it's been messy. Maybe it hasn't looked like victory. But you're still here. And that means God is still working. I will complete the work I started in you. Philippians 1 verse 6. You are still a work in progress. But every step is part of the masterpiece. I will quiet you with my love. Zephaniah 3 verse 17. Not every answer comes through noise. Sometimes healing happens in stillness. I will establish you, strengthen you, and place you on solid ground. 1 Peter 5 verse 10. After the shaking comes the settling. God will ground you again. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hebrews 13 verse 8. He doesn't change. His promises don't change. His love doesn't change. The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are attentive to their cry. Psalm 34 verse 15. He hears you. Even when it feels like silence, he's listening with love. I will be gracious to you when you cry out to me. Isaiah 30 verse 19. Tears don't push God away. They draw him close. My word is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. Psalm 119 verse 105. You don't have to see the whole road. He'll light the next step. I will rescue you from every evil attack. 2 Timothy 4 verse 18. What the enemy meant for harm, God will use for good. I am faithful. I will strengthen and protect you from the evil one. 2 Thessalonians 3 verse 3. Your covering is not your effort. It's his faithfulness. Call on me in the day of trouble. I will deliver you. Psalm 50 verse 15. You don't need fancy words. Just a real cry from the heart. I will lead you in peace. Isaiah 55 verse 12. When you're unsure, follow the peace. He leads gently. The Lord is my helper. I will not be afraid. Hebrews 13 verse 6. You're not in this alone. You never were. I give you authority to overcome all the power of the enemy. Luke 10 verse 19. You are not powerless. You are covered, equipped, and backed by heaven. My love will never fail you. 1 Corinthians 13 verse 8. People may fail. Circumstances may change. But God's love stays. I am your shepherd. You will lack nothing. Psalm 23 verse 1. God will provide. In every season. In every way. I bless you and keep you. I make my face shine upon you and give you peace. Numbers 6:24, 26. He's not just watching from afar. He is looking on you with kindness. I go before you like a fire and level the obstacles in your way. Isaiah 45 verse 2. The things standing in front of you now will not stand forever. I clothe you with strength and dignity, and you will laugh without fear of the future. Proverbs 31 verse 25. You're not walking into darkness. You're walking into destiny. I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Isaiah 43 verse 19. Even when you see nothing, God is making something. I will fight for you, and you will hold your peace. Exodus 14 verse 14. Yes, he said it again, because sometimes we forget. But now let it sink in. God will fight for you, not just once, not just when you're strong, but every single day, in every hidden place, in every aching part of your heart. He is your defender, your helper, your healer, your father. So breathe, rest, and let God be God. If this reminded you that you are not alone, leave a comment that says, God, I trust you, and send this to someone who needs hope today. Let them know God is fighting for them too.